Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone. Mr. Lawrence Okolie joins me. What's happening, mate?
Oh, nothing. Just here, in the middle of in between sessions, just getting ready for my evening session. So yeah, feeling good.
Still out in Dubai, still living the dream.
Yes, but I'm heading to Moss Side very soon. So yeah, we'll be living the Manchester dream in a sec.
Absolutely. Look, we had a huge fight announcement yesterday. You will fight Kevin Lerena on the Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois bill. Just your first words on what is a brilliant fight, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a legitimate tough fight against a current world champion. So I'm just really locked in. He's had a fight recently, so he's in tip-top shape. He'll still be sharp and still be ring ready. So for me, I haven't had a fight since December, so it's up to me to just go in there and just show my levels.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked Daniel Dubois down three times with his left hand, nearly had Justice Hooney gone in the final round of their fight last year. Obviously, crucially, he didn't win either of those fights, but this is a man who is dangerous, and I know you'll admit that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a dangerous guy. Robust, been in there with a lot of top heavyweights. He considers himself a champion in his own right, and as he should. He is a world champion. So I think yeah, like I expect him to come and give, championship mindset, championship training camp. So that always makes it harder, when the guy's got a lot of ambition. Even when I land, my big powerful shots, he's still gonna stay in there for as long as he can. So it's gonna be good.
Stylistically, what fight do you want, and what fight do you think you'll get from Kevin?
I think I think Kevin boxes the same every single time. Do you know what I mean? He's a talented sort of aggressive southpaw. Do you know what I mean? So he's not your typical, back foot slick southpaw. He's there, trying to win over big left hands, trying to, just mix up body and head and close you down and stuff like that. So I expect him to come with that, and I expect myself to match that and go beyond. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones where he's basically a ball. So it's up to me to sort of get it, but it won't be a Matador ball. I have to get it by the scruff of the neck. So that's what I'm training for. That's what I'm looking to execute on the day, and we'll see.
Yeah, are you expecting a bit of a back and forth? Because him and Daniel exchanged a few verbals in their build-up. There was a couple of kind of hairy moments. You expecting that from him?
No, I expect it to be respectful. I mean, at the end of the day, we both know each other. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like there's no way I'm gonna fake like a beef or anything like that. It's just gonna be, I believe I'm gonna win. He's gonna have his reasons for believing he's gonna win. And on the day, we're going to see who gets their hand raised and who doesn't.
Back to the scene where you become British champion as well, Wembley Stadium.
Yes, yes. Well, obviously, a long time ago. A lot of experience since then. So I'm looking to put on a brilliant performance. I haven't got a KO in that stadium, so that's the aim.
No time like the present. Just in terms of, I know you said obviously there's experience since then. What was that? I think, would I be right in saying 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's different about Lawrence Okolie, the man that sits in front of me now on this Zoom call, to the one who fought at Wembley in 2018? Just the man, Lawrence Okolie, rather than the fighter.
I think a lot. I mean, everything. Obviously, I'm a lot more experienced in life in terms of um, just obviously being, a dad. In terms of um, physically, mentally, just being a lot more like together, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot more sure of what I'm doing. I've always been like self-confident, like, yeah, I'll do it. And, I'll throw myself in there. And whether or not I can or can't do it, I'll put myself in a position and then find out. Where now I'm like quite sure. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like, yes, I'm gonna box in front of 70, 80,000 people in 5 weeks against a dangerous southpaw who's hurt Dan and hurt Huni but I'm sure I'm gonna do my job and do my job very well.
Yeah, I know for you it's more of a confidence rather than an ego thing, but is there just a certain swagger when you're a two-weight world champion looking to become a three-weight world champion? Is there just a swagger that you walk about with, like, I am
Uh,
Lawrence
no,
Okolie now and I'm the Lawrence Okolie I thought I would be?
It's more so from results and training, if that makes sense. So, like for example, when this fight got put to me, I was like, oh, okay, it's a tough fight. Da, da. Then I go to the gym and then I'll spar, and I'll be like, hold on a minute. I'm actually good at this. Like, I don't always forget like how good I am at this sport. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about executing on the day. That's all it comes down to. Everyone's got the game plans. Like all of us train hard. Like Kevin Lerena will be training his ass off right now. I'm gonna train my ass. Like we're all gonna train. We're all gonna hit the bags. We're all gonna spar. We're all gonna run. We're all gonna lift weights. We're all gonna yeah. But then it's like I just believe I'm just that bit better. Do you know what I mean? So, that's where my confidence comes from. It comes from experience. It comes from actual like ability. So we'll see. I just need to go and execute because you can have all the skills in the world and say it all you like. You have to go out there and do it on the day.
Yeah, I find it absolutely hilarious that sometimes you have to go, "Oh, I'm quite good at this," as if you didn't know that already.
No, but you have to remind yourself sometimes as well, yes, of course, yeah, you can know and walk with supreme confidence, but it's like you can't live off of yesterday's work. Like, I mean, for example, I could say, I've been British, Commonwealth, European, world champion defenses, went up to, okay, but that was all yesterday's work. What's today's work looking like? How am I looking in the gym now? How am I looking in sparring? How am I looking at my fights? So it's a whole new chapter. And like I said, the heavyweight version of myself. I'm loving how I'm performing right now. I'm loving how the spars are going. Hello? Yeah, so that's it really.
Did you think there was one of Kevin Lorena's spies listening into your fight tactics?
Someone's definitely at my door. Can I quickly go get it?
Go on, go get it. Of course you can.
Yep.
Pizza delivery man.
I know I'm heavyweight, but not this camp.
Let's talk preparation. We've seen all the pictures of you and AJ post sparring. How was that?
Yeah, it's good. It's solid, you know what I mean? Like he's obviously been a world champion. He's like been unified. Well, he's a good fighter. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, good.
Can we talk about Richard Riakporhe, or was that something that you
All
want to
right, now.
smooth past? It's just
You know.
the thing that he said you got no cojones, you faked an injury to avoid him. Just kind of the floor is yours now to respond to those claims from Richard.
Not really much I have to say on that. The bottom line is the Riakporhe fight was made because I asked for it to be made. Riakporhe can't ask to fight me. I said, yeah, I got Riakporhe. Let's get that one on. Then I got injured, and that was that. They got, and I always find it weird because our team actually sent them everything that, to prove obviously my injury. But regardless of that, it's just like now you look, I'm about to box someone who's better than Riakporhe. He's the world champion currently. He's actually got accolades where he's been in there with top heavyweights. He's actually won the IBL world title where you've got Riakporhe, who his biggest accolade is me and him having a little back and forth in the cinema. But if you look at it like you haven't done anything. So I can't really like, oh, I'm scared. Like, there's nothing to be quote unquote scared of with him. But I get it though. Do you know what I mean? He's in the mood for a big fight. He needs one. Do you know what I mean? After, you know, um, he just needs a big fight in it. So good luck to him. Do you know what I mean?
So you're saying that him and his team have seen injury reports, and his claim is false that
It's not like for me like if you didn't ask, we wouldn't even need to clear it up. There's nothing to say. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, on my journey, he's a 35-year-old prospect. There's not really much else to say on it. Like, could we get on? Yes, absolutely. Will we? I believe so. Is it the next one? No, the next one is me against Lerena at Wembley Stadium. That's it.
Yeah. What's your take on Moses Itauma versus Dillian Whyte?
It's upsetting, but I get it. Do you know what I mean? I did believe I was going to get the Dylan fight. It's one that I always wanted. We checked the tapes from 2018. When we had our first little run in. But at the end of the day, what I mean, Moses is on a great run, great trajectory, and I think that Moses will, if they do fight, Moses will deal with him in quick fashion. So, yeah, best of luck to him.
How do you feel about Dillian as we sit here? Obviously, we know there's been back and forth, some rivalry over the years. Is it something that's still kind of as amped as it might have once been, or has it died down a touch?
Like I said, if he, as long as he's still a boxer, I'd still fight that I want. The moment that he retires, that's the end of that. I see him on the road, and he'll just be a guy that used to box. That's it, really. Like me and him, it begins and ends with boxing. Um, does he want to fight me? No, we can see. Anyway, good luck to him. I do think it's a bad fight for him, but I get it.
I mean, I saw a really interesting video. It was you, I think, after you'd done some sparring or training, where you flipped the camera, and it was a 15-year-old Moses who still looked like a beast of a man, despite the fact he was 15. And you were saying, like, yo, this guy and his brother Carol, they are going to be serious threats. You'd seen this elite level talent from early on. You'd recognize this.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I've sparred all of the top guys. Do you know what I mean? I've been in there, top guys that you wouldn't even know because they're not professional or not popular. And as soon as I spar someone of certain caliber, you kind of know this guy's got something. So I knew from early that he had something. I didn't expect him to rise that quickly, but when you got talent, you got to go with it.
Yeah. Just a final one. What did you make of Fabio's victory at the weekend?
Yeah, the same thing everyone else made. He was getting beaten, and then he threw a great shot, very well timed. And then got the stoppage. And to his credit, he never stopped trying. When you watch that fight, he kept on body head, jab to throw over, kept on repeat because he believed one of them would come off, and it did. So shout out to him.
I could see you versus Fabio.
I can see it too. I just believe, the main thing, I have to win my fight, and then the door's open for any fight.